Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, we're having a bit of a confusing relationship with the main show. We spoon and we smooch when we're in bed, but come the morning, we feel a bit thick and a little bit dirty. And Brian Dowling can cook, let me tell you. He's very, very good. So it's the middle of the week, a hump day, if you will. That's what I like to call it. But what would be enough to get you through to the weekend? Would it be hump 1? Hump 2?
Yummy, yummy.
Or hump 3? I'm definitely a 3 hump kind of woman. I'm not really. Right, on the panel tonight, she's done time in the jungle, she's done time in the house, and we think she would be brilliant in the Room of Temptation. Shred, shred, shred! It's Nicola McLean. Now, in our booking team, were offered Otis, who used to present children's TV. We were expecting an aardvark, but he's welcome here anyway, although I am slightly disappointed. But it is Otis Daly! I'm glad it's you. Must be nice to the guests, must be nice to the guests. She finished 3rd in last year's Big Brother and walked away with a cool £30,000. Which I hear she spent on 3,456 spray tans, nearly as many as Big Brother gave her. It's Alex. Okay, let's have a chat about tonight's show. It was another fun-packed and, you know, so much to talk about, as always. Nicola, how would you have fared in the Room of Temptation?
Absolutely. My sister was sitting there and I could have spoke to her, I won't lie, I would have sat down and spoke to her.
Would you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that everyone hates that, but the fact of the matter is 2 weeks in there feels like 2 years. And you know, I missed my family so much and I'd have wanted to speak to her, so I would, for 5 points, you know, I would have sat down. Absolutely.
But I suppose the thing with this task is they don't know how many points they're going to get. They might just get 1 point.
Yeah, no, I understand that, and I can only be honest.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
And the fact...
That's why we want you here.
The fact of the matter is, yeah, absolutely, I would have picked up the phone to my husband and I would have sat down and spoke to my sister because I missed them.
Yeah. Alex, how hard is it when you're in there thinking about the group, when you're being offered something like speaking to a loved one or sitting down with, you know, a member of your family?
It is hard, and I think especially in Lauren's situation, because Lauren's obviously got no friends, and I think with her sister being there, like, I think she needed that, but obviously if she'd done it, she would have got wrong off the group, and then she would have been put back in that, like, same circle.
Well, yeah, as she said.
Do you know what I mean?
She's a real trooper when it comes to tasks,
I think that's the bad thing, you know, she cared about what they thought over how she felt, and I think that, you know, for me, when I shred, I was quite honest about the fact that I wanted to know how my kids were and I didn't really care how the other group would feel, and it was the truth, you know. And Lauren wanted to sit down with her sister, but she cares more about what they think of her, which is baffling to me.
Well, yeah, but I suppose in one respect, you guys didn't have as long as she potentially has in there. So if she's going to be in there until, you know, the final week, that's how long she's got to live with it. So I suppose you've got...
without speaking to her sister.
Yeah, without speaking to her sister, but also to live with people that are going to hold it against her.
It's sad that they feel like that. It's a no-win.
The weighing scales, I suppose. So yesterday, the housemates won 70 points. Are they working well as a team, do you think, Otis?
Well, yeah, because they're all concerned about what everybody else in the group is thinking about whether they pass or fail, they're actually doing quite well.
Yeah. I think they are, most of them. We're yet to see some of the others, like Caroline, who has admittedly said, you know, I don't want to do things that I don't want to do. So it'll be interesting to see what she gets up to. Now, Lydia said that she gunned Sarah, to see if she was being honest. Do you think this was a fair tactic?
No.
Who was that first? No, that was you.
I just think that it was. I didn't think it was fair because she had no sort of basis to judge a decision that she thought she would have nominated her. So it was unfair.
Does no one buy the fact that she, you know, she wanted to know if she was lying to her or not when because she'd said that she hadn't nominated her
No, this is all about Big Brother. Let's be totally fair. They're all about cheating, lying, and deceitfulness. And this is what Big Brother's all about. And this is what they're doing. And they've all got a game plan to play, and they're playing it to the
It's been
full.
a game from the beginning, I think.
Of course it has, and they're playing it to the maximum.
For the first time ever, really.
Absolutely. You know,
I was chatting to my mum last night, and she said she's an avid viewer.
Absolutely, like myself, Emma.
Yeah, exactly. And she said it's the first time that when you watch it in the beginning, they don't actually look like they're having fun. They're playing it as a game.
Game plan, you know, as I said before, and that's all about Big Brother. And you know, they've got plenty of tactic to play, and that's all part of the show.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, that it's just I find it draining to watch, though, because I don't want to see people arguing constantly.
You do want to see a bit of fun.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, but then you want to see them like having fun in that, because I'm finding it just draining now. It's just everyone's just so miserable.
Otis, Luke refused a phone call from his wife. You are a fairly recently newly married man, a year, roughly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Would you have taken it?
It would have depended. It would have depended how much I was getting on with everybody in the house. So if I really wanted everybody to do well, I wanted the task to go well, then I wouldn't have picked up the phone.
Yeah, I think it was really nice that Luke said, you know, everyone had kind of passed the ball, and he didn't want to be the one to drop it. Seems like a lovely guy.
It's temptation.
Yeah, it does seem.
You are going to be talking all night tonight, aren't you?
Listen, Emma, I love my wife Ivy totally, but there's no way that I'd have picked up that phone. Because Big Brother is playing a task on them again, you know, and that's a test.
And it's their shopping task, and that's what they're all meant to be doing, playing part of this game. Right, well, the task continued this morning, and it all kicked off at about 7 a.m. with another dilemma.
Good morning, housemates. This wake-up alarm will continue playing until all housemates are up and out of bed. However, if housemates wish to have a lie-in, one housemate may press the snooze button in the living area. Pressing the snooze button will cause 5 points to be deducted from the store total.
Alright, we're up! Tina, out of bed! Get out of bed! Out of bed! We're still in bed, you two!
This is Big Brother. Sarah, Caroline and Ashley have chosen to snooze through their alarm. 5 points have therefore been deducted from the score total.
For God's sake.
No. You're not even asleep. You've not even got your eyes closed.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I could have spoke to Dan.
So they've deducted 5 points. We've seen Big Brother turn off the hot water, stop booze for I don't know how long. Is he becoming more evil?
Yeah.
Yes?
We like the evilness. We need a bit of entertaining because so far I think they've all been playing a bit of the game and keeping on the shy side. So I think we need a bit of entertaining in the house.
But how about Big Brother? Is he being harsh enough?
Yes, especially with the cigarettes because now we're going to see the evil side. But we do need a bit more harshness.
You need more? Yeah. But you think he's...
Well, Big Brother is back to his true self now.
His naughty ways.
Yeah, his naughty ways. Now that they're not allowed to talk about nominations, it's perfect because it just like, you know, when they were talking about nominations, then they tell everyone that bit is it's just the best for them to sit there and squirm
when they hear
at what
it out
they've
loud.
said to other people. Yeah. And he is back and he is on full form, and I think it's brilliant.
Good. Right. We've seen. We saw tonight Lucas and Ashley have a rather uncomfortable conversation about their relationship and what's going on. Otis, are they prolonging the inevitable?
They're prolonging my agony. That's for definite. I mean, a couple of days ago, she was saying to Connor that, you know, she's not sure they're compatible, they don't have anything in common.
Yeah.
Luke pretty much provided her an out there.
But did
Are you saying you want... Yeah, it's kind of, do you want it to be over?
And
kinda.
she went,
and she went no, and went in for a hug. So, you know...
It's very difficult because she seems to really like him, but she seems to be so scared.
She's scared of
involved.
Ashley.
And she's
scared of Ashley.
Of Lauren.
Sorry, of Lauren,
Seems very worried about Lauren, even though there's just absolutely nothing there whatsoever.
No, Lauren can cook. And
no,
so
she can. She can. Silly me.
There you
I
go.
forgot. Just
they
like
can
Ryan.
Both cook.
Now, I know what you're all thinking at home. You're thinking, how come this lot get to make potentially award-winning telly and I don't? What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry.
What are you laughing at? Well, lucky for you, our back doors are always open, and if you want to be part of the audience, you don't have to worry about smashing them in. Just drop us an email. Details are on the screen. Alternatively, you can air your views. They're finally laughing. You can air your views on Twitter or the website. Right, still to come, Big Brother 12's Harry, this is really hard to say, talks strategies, shopping list sabotage and saving yourself from eviction. But first, best frenemies Lydia and Dina are up for the public vote this week, and here is how you can save your fave. See you in a bit. Dina and Lydia are up for eviction. To save your favourite housemate from a landline, call 0901 61617 and add the number of the housemate. From a mobile, call 65058 and add the number of the housemate. For Dina, add 08. For Lydia, add 11. You can also vote via Facebook. Simply go to our Facebook page. Calls cost no more than 36p from a BT landline or mobile. Calls from other networks may vary. One vote on Facebook is going to cost you no more than 33p and may be subject to a minimum credit purchase. For full terms and conditions, go to channel5.com/BBVote. Voting closes on Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count, but may still be charged. Welcome back to Bet on the Side. Like the Spice Girls, we're back from a break and we really want to make Lucas put a top on. Enough already with the gun slinging. Now, on this show, we are to exclusive what posh is to pouting, the best in the business. Take a look.
Adam, to your right is a raw onion.
Yeah.
On the plate to your left is a full English breakfast.
Yeah.
If you choose to eat the onion, you must peel and eat the entire vegetable in order to win the 10 points available. However, if you have even one bite of the full English breakfast, you will lose 5 points immediately.
Fucking hell. Oh my God. Oh, it burns. Fucking burns. Ah. Oh. Fuck.
Oh, that was not pleasant, but good on him. Right, so Benedict's legacy in the wake of Currygate has seen the house divided more than ever, and since being banned from discussing noms, the housemates' game-playing strategies are being tested to the limit. Here to strategise and analyse this year's top game players in Big Brother 12's banana-buying shop list saboteur himself, it's Harry! Is that banana in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me?
It's a banana.
Oh.
It's just a banana, yeah.
It's your top banana,
It's my
though.
top banana, yeah.
Which is you're going to award at the end of our little chat to somebody
housemate.
that you think is the best.
Myself,
now, firstly, before we start, do you wish you had been thrown in amongst this lot rather than your lot?
No, I don't, in all fairness. I mean, the trouble is you can't get a great representation of what they're actually like until you live with them. And I loved living with the housemates I lived with. I thought they were a great bunch of housemates to live with. So, I mean, yeah, these
Is that because you were top game player and in here you might not have been?
Exactly. There's more people in this house, so you've got more people to fight against. And B, I think there's a few sort of strong contenders in there, but I think overall they're kind of a nicer house than my house were. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what you really think. I think it's pretty fair to say that you set the blueprint for sabotaging to a certain extent.
I did.
Shall we just cast our minds back to the 5th of October 2011?
Yeah, why not?
This is you.
Greatest moment. I just feel like £500 worth of bananas would be funnier than the actual food.
Harry, what the fuck?
Well done, Harry. Well done.
So fucking funny, I think that is. I'm not laughing at you. I don't even want the fucking shitty fucking chocolate. Fuck it. Scran then.
Yeah, you should just stay away from Jay for a bit, though. That's what we heard. Reduce the jokes for the week.
So, Harry, last year we saw the housemates divided into the wolf pack and the purple koalas.
Yeah, the purple koalas
Possibly one of the most bizarre but best names I've ever heard. In this year, we're calling them, they haven't named themselves, but we're calling them the insiders and the outsiders.
It's original. I like it.
It is,
Yeah,
but it kind of works because half of them are inside and half of them are outside, and it is in their group.
It's easy to remember as well.
So, is it important to be part of a group when you're in there?
I think you've got to be perceived to sort of that you are part of a group. You know, you've got to you can't segregate yourself from everyone because obviously everyone's just they're going to nominate you out of the house. So I think it's dangerous to become strictly in one group because if that group sort of fades away like the Wolfpack did, you're then left sort of lonesome, exposed, and
which
you
is
can
why
end
you
up being
kind of
nominated. Yeah, I kind of flitted between the two, and tried to sort of play with both areas just because it's easier that way.
Okay, now somebody that is seeming to be a dab hand at strategy is Lydia.
Yeah, good girl.
Good girl. Oh, you're putting her in the living room?
Yeah.
Although she likes to chat everywhere, doesn't she?
But
all around the house.
I think she's quite big. Living area is the biggest
What
house,
do you make of
biggest
her?
room. I like her. I think she's a good housemate. I think, as we saw in tonight's episode, she kind of said how it was. She said, I'm going to play this game. I'm going to tell it how it is. And I think that's, that's what you need in the Big Brother house. But the trouble is, it could end up being detrimental to her in the fact that sort of the public could go, I don't really like sort of how honest she's being in a sort of almost brutal way, and she could get evicted for it. But when she's gone, we'll miss her.
I think
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the nation are kind of split down the middle
100%,
about
100%.
her. On Friday night, she heard, they all heard a lot of chants about Lydia. How did that alter her position in the house, do you think?
I think it affected initially her position in the house, sort of when it first happened, because obviously Connor heard, the chants and nailed it home that she had been, her name had been chanted. So, but looking back now, I think she's still the same as she was, still just as big a character.
Okay. Well, she has talked deliberately about trying to lose this week's shopping task. Let's take a look.
Do you think we should fail the task on purpose?
Have we been rubbing up on you?
I know. You turned me into.
If we can, between ourselves, be solid to each other and loyal, we'll be fine.
I wonder what next week will be. Do you think we should be team players?
At this point, do I care? I don't know. I can eat whatever. I don't eat that much anyway.
It depends what the task is, isn't it?
We'll see what it is. If it's something that's going to give us enjoyment, then we'll just do it because we want to enjoy it.
Right, okay. Is this a good tactic for her to be playing?
Yeah, you've got to have tactics in the house. I just wouldn't have been as open about them. I liked to keep my cards very close to my chest and not let people, I let my closest friends, I let Aaron and Anton know, or supposedly Anton was my closest friend, but turned out it wasn't.
We all saw what happened there.
That I was going to do the shopping task, mess up the shopping task. But she's let a few people know, but I think it could, again, be detrimental to her. I think they could end up sort of turning on her and being like, well, she went on her own on that one.
Yeah, because how do the housemates see it? Do they see it as she is stirring, or do they see it as she's being honest, do you think?
I think some of them see it, obviously not all of the house know what she's up to.
Yeah. But the ones that do.
I think the ones that do think of it as being honest, But again, things change. It could come around that all of a sudden she falls out with one of the group, and then all of a sudden they go around saying, "Oh, she's so dishonest, she's stirring." Yeah, exactly.
It all mixes up.
Exactly.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to her partner in the public vote, Dina. Her reaction. Dina, where are you going to put Dina?
I'll put it with
her reaction to the confusing cuisine task annoyed quite a few of the housemates, particularly Aaron.
Yeah.
Let's remind ourselves.
Dina, do it. Dina, you want to be a part of the team, you've got to do the task. Are the cameras on? Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Dina, just swallow. Please, come on.
The cameras are rolling. Where's the fucking Oscar?
Oh, fuck off, Aaron.
It's ham. We all eat it.
I don't like it. Am I doing it on purpose?
For the team, babe.
Oh, shut up.
Okay, Deans, come on.
Fucking knobhead.
So before she entered the house, she said that she'd be very competitive in tasks.
Yeah. However, everyone...
That wasn't quite as competitive as I expected she would be.
Yeah.
Can she put it back? Can she win them back over?
I mean, I can't imagine anyone going into the house and sort of auditioning and saying, I'm not going to be competitive.
No, everyone
to lose.
kind of sells themselves, don't they?
Exactly. I don't think she'll put it back. I don't think she'll be here after Friday. I think Dina's
really?
Yeah, genuinely, I think she's, that's the most exciting. She's probably been being sick on national TV, so I don't think she's got any more to give.
I think she might have a few little tricks to pull out the bag.
No, genuinely,
really?
yeah. Just get rid of her.
Oh, Harry, don't say this to me. She also said before going in that she would do anything to win.
Right.
And gave herself 10 out of 10 for doing anything to win.
Does she work in sales? I mean, these are all sort of particular kind of things you say.
I'm just telling you what she told us.
Yeah.
Did you think, did she try and prove this when she tried to kind of stitch Aaron up by telling Lucas about the curry powder?
I think she tried to, but it completely backfired on her. I think she was trying to sort of hang on to threads that she'd got in the fact that she knew that he'd put the curry powder in his protein shake. And because Lucas then turned around and was like, I already know, even though, did he know, didn't he know? We assume he didn't know.
Yeah.
But, I think she's just kind of cut her ties with a lot of people and no one really wants her to appear to be getting the upper hand.
Shame, really. I like Dina. Who is your top banana?
I would have said Lydia. I'm very nearly saying Lydia, but
very nearly, but
I just love Adam. I love a good Adam. Yeah, I think he's a dark horse.
Really?
Yeah. I like him. I think he could go all the way, but like myself.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if you're right about Adam. We'll see if you're right about everything.
Right, yeah.
You might not be right.
I will be.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I need my camera's run away. Where are you going? Right, it's time to walk into the deep, dark depths of the Camerons. We'll try not to trip over this wire, and we'll try not to walk into any walls, Charlie Cameraman, will we? So we're going to go in here, and we're gonna. I've got a whisper. We're gonna find Otis, who is hidden by what the task team think of as an invisibility cloak, but is actually really just a piece of cloth to cover ourselves with. Here we go. Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Right, what's going on?
Well, it seems to be some cross-group pollination going on at the moment.
Is that Lauren and Dina?
Yeah. With Luke. Luke S.
Yeah.
And
Who's that in the...
No, they've only just split up, but before there was a good group of about 8 of them.
Yeah.
Sat down there. Now, Dina had been keeping herself to herself earlier, but she came in and joined the group. Lucas was sat down there. Ashley, Lauren was just there as well. She's just left.
Yeah.
Adam was across the way as well. And they were all just bantering together.
Were they having banter?
Look.
What's going on? Hold on. This is the first bit of real interaction we've seen for days from Ashley and Dina.
Yeah, it seems as though the group dynamics have been broken down and they're mixing a bit more now as well.
What do you think's done that?
It might actually be Lydia. Remember Lydia says, there's a twinkle in my eye,
yeah.
and I'm planning on breaking down the group dynamic. Maybe the twinkle's working.
How do you know so much?
I'd like to take credit for it all myself, but I've been on the website, channel5.com/Big Brother.
Thanks.
That's all there. Oh, before we go, look, sofa broken. Siobhan did that.
Did she?
Yeah.
I thought that broke when they won the task and they fell off the back of it.
She sat down and broke it. channel5.com/.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks. Can I give you my cloak back? My cloak of invisibility. Now, as Siobhan says, what does she say? She says, keep it cute, keep it mute. So don't make any noise, basically. And as I said, don't fall over again this time. That's what happened in rehearsals. Right, talking of Siobhan, I wonder what her friends and family think of the proposals and that she has become Big Brother's house mother. We decided to send Jamie down to her local nail bar to find out what everyone thinks of her.
Well, as we've seen recently, Siobhan has been getting her claws into some of the other housemates, and what lovely claws they are too. But now she's in the house, she can't get a monthly nail appointment done. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
How are you? I'm Jamie.
Nice to meet you.
You are?
I'm Monique.
Monique, and yours? Your
I'm
young
Siobhan's sister.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Caroline, and I'm
Caroline.
Siobhan's best friend.
Brilliant stuff. Well, we may as well use up her monthly nail tokens and see what they can do with these lovely little things. Right, let's start at the beginning. What was she like when she was younger?
She was so cheeky, so funny, so naughty.
Oh, really?
She was very sweet. She had the biggest cheeks.
Cheeks on her thing.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
She claims that she's been taking 5 years off her age for the last 7 years.
Oh, Jeanne Van Wheat.
And you say she's 28.
So actually...
That means she's taken 35 years off her age, which makes her 63. Is she definitely 28? Or
She's definitely 28.
Oh, yeah.
This actually hurts. It's time to talk about love. Has she been lucky in love? Has she always been lucky in the man states? Caroline, you probably know a bit more about that than older sister.
No luck, love.
No luck in love? Does she scare them to death? Is she a game player? Is she playing to win?
I don't think so.
No,
that's her. She's definitely not in it. She didn't go in thinking, I want to win. So many people have come up to me and they've said she is being exactly how they know her.
Terrifying.
Ow.
She says she's a professional arguer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, did I tell you?
She can do a good argue.
Have either of you ever won an argument with Shiv?
Once.
What about you?
Never.
What is the matter with your face? Have you got a problem?
You've never won an argument with her?
No.
Okay, that's cool, because that's cool.
Hi. We're filming for Big Brother.
You're joking, right? Vote Siobhan.
She said in an argument with Ashley and Lauren...
Do you think I'm a grown-ass woman when someone sits in front of me give me dirty looks? In 2012? Maybe in 98?
Everyone wants to know what the hell happened in 1998.
Dick.
Do you think she's going to win?
I'd love her to win.
That's not what I asked you.
Yes.
And what about you, Carol?
She wants to win.
OK, girls, I think we're done. Let's have a look and see what they look like. Very nice. Come on, then. Let's have a look. You what? Unbelievable. I used to be a serious journalist. Unbelievable.
The show with more balls than Wimbledon and Euro combined. Now, what would you like to say if I told you that at 3:45 this afternoon, Connor was doing his best to get Siobhan damp in the garden? This is exclusive.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Do you understand? I can do it.
Oh, fucking have you. Come on. Oh, orange juice. Come on then.
I'm going to show you how to wash my hair.
So will I. Oh, if you ever...
Fresh guts!
Oh! No, I swear to God.
Seriously?
I've got water. No, you've got fucking orange juice.
And cream.
I swear to God. I swear to God. You've got orange, it's going to stink.
Exactly. Clean doesn't do anything.
I swear to God. Come on. Fish guts?
Fish guts? Right, that's it.
Fucking
shit.
This is Big Brother. Could housemates refrain from running around the garden with glasses?
Who does that? Who spits in a drink?
It was fun up until that bit.
Keeps putting his hand up for everything today. Right, we're going to have a little chat about Scott. He seems to be a little bag of contradictions. He's kind of like the posho housemate with the ruffian father. He might look East London, but sounds slightly more West London. So who is the real Scott? Let's try and find out. Alex, you lived with Harry. So initially, when you're in the house, did you find it more difficult to connect with the so-called posher housemate?
No, because, let me see, because...
I thought you were just going to say no then and leave it.
No. No, because when Harry first came in, straight away I was like, oh my God, I'll never ever get on with him. But I think because we thought that we were going to be like up the first week. Me and Harry, we didn't really get shown the first week, but I think if the posh person does actually get on with the commoner, he's going to get brownie points anyways. Right? So I think Scott is just trying to get on with everyone.
He seems like a really lovely guy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Has anybody noticed that his accent slips a little bit from time to time?
his accent come out completely different.
That's just because he's been brought up by his father, who's actually more common than what he is, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
So I reckon he's playing a game.
I'm not too sure who brought him up. Tell me, what do we think of Scott? Gonna come here.
I like.
You think he's a sheep?
Definitely.
Okay, what do you
He
think?
follows Caroline. Whatever Caroline says, he does.
He follows Caroline.
I absolutely love him. I think he's great. And in regards to like the accent, yeah, in regards to the accent, there's nothing wrong with bettering yourself. If he wants to kind of better himself and talk better, I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I love the fact that when he gets excited and has a little drink, he slightly becomes a little bit more northern.
I think he's such a cute lad. I think he's so cute and so genuine. And I think people are getting like the wrong kind of vibe from him, but I think he's like a genuinely nice guy.
I agree. Everyone's suddenly become
Personally,
opinionated.
I think that because obviously in the beginning of the show you're not going to want to like seem like a bitch and you're not going to show your real self. So I think he's obviously trying to put this thing against, not against him, but obviously he's trying to show that he is more a bit, you know, genuine or polite, whatever. But obviously towards it shows.
But he's only doing the show to find himself. That's what he's doing. He's young. He wants to better himself, and that's all he's doing. He doesn't mean anything anymore.
Nicola, how do you think he's getting on with the kind of big mix of characters that we have in house?
I think that he's probably a massive character in his own group. Yeah. And then you get into a house like that and you don't realise how hard it is to actually find your place. And no, I think he's amazing. I think he's great, and I think that he's, you know, shaving his head. That's fine.
Let Nick finish.
That's fine. You can disagree with me. I quite like that. It's absolutely fine. You know, I think he's fun. He's come across great. I think the accent slip is absolutely normal. Yeah. When I take Rocky to school, I'm the poshest person you've ever heard. But when I've had a couple of glasses of rosé tonight, I'm like a commoner. It's absolutely, you know, it's quite normal, isn't it? So I think he's great. I think
when
he's
I go
wonderful.
to Birmingham for the weekend, I come into work on Monday and they go, "You've been home, haven't you?"
I always know when my mum's been on the phone to her family in Scotland because suddenly I can't understand a word she says. So I think it's perfectly normal to just slip into other people's accents. I think he's been great, and I definitely think he'll be there to the end. I'm not saying he's going to win, but he'll definitely be there to the end.
So hold on. I'm coming to you. Calm down.
Give him that mic, Emma. Give him
that. Now Becky said, we'll get to your opinion. Becky said before she went into the house, her dream housemate would be a flamboyant gay man. So has she hit the jackpot with Scott? No? You're saying yes?
Sorry, I said fake red hair, fake accent. You know, I'm sure he's out. I don't agree with it.
Do you know what? I would absolutely place a bet that you're wrong. Let's do it. And do you know with Becky,
£10 on national TV.
£10, really. And with Becky. But what has happened to Becky? Look at her picture and it screams fun. Yeah. She walked into the house and jumped in the pool. What's happened to Becky? Just have some fun. Have some fun.
I know. But what about Scott? That's who we're meant to be talking about.
He's not flamboyant enough. Like, if he advertised himself as like this, like, really quirky gay person, he needs to be like more out there. He needs to be more gay.
We love gay. Okay.
Such a unique housemate.
One sec. Such a unique housemate.
I think he's unique.
But what has he offered?
But it's only been such a short amount of time. Like, give him time. When some people aren't good in massive groups, and when they get smaller, people come out. I'm sure he'll come out.
But Nicola, what has Scott offered?
Hold on. Oh my goodness. Otis, he's not your typical lad, as people have just mentioned and discussed, but he seems to be fitting in very well with the so-called alphas in the house. Why do you think that is?
It's been said tonight, he is finding himself in there. I don't think he's a big character outside the house.
I do.
Which is why he's taken a while to warm up in there. So he's finding himself in there. I think he doesn't stand out to me, which is why he's rarely been voted against or nominated, should I say. He's finding himself there. He's fitting in with the guys. I think his haircut is the coolest it's ever been. He looks like a Marvel comic book character called Kid Omega. And I agree with Nicola. He will be there to the end, but he won't win.
No.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Does anyone here think he can win?
No.
You think no, never?
No, it's going to be out. You know that. It's going to be voted out in the next.
No way, it won't be nominated.
Yeah, I agree.
No one dislikes it.
When it gets smaller groups.
Yeah, but no one dislikes it.
Yeah.
And he, like with the cut in the hair, he got it with the group. And then,
Hold on. Okay, we know that you think he's fake and that you think he's going to be out next. You've said that a few times. I know you've already answered it, Nick. Do you think he can win?
Do you know what? Maybe. I mean, it's probably the only series I've watched it from series 1 that you actually don't know who's going to win. There's not a front runner.
I keep thinking that
so,
as well.
You know, I watch it every night thinking, come on, someone show me something. But nobody has. Nobody's come, I'm going to win.
And very quickly, Otis, do you think he can?
No.
No?
No.
Alex? No?
I love Scott though. I just really want to play knights and servants with him. Because that looks so much fun.
Okay, still to come. Find out if the housemates have passed their shopping task, and we have the latest on Aaron and Sarah's budding romance. But as you should know by now, our Brummy beauty queen and the soon-to-be Mrs. Scott Lee are up for the public vote this week. Here are the numbers. Leave her alone. Here are the numbers you need to save your favourite. Dina and Lydia are up for eviction. To save your favourite housemate from a landline, call 0901 61617 and add the number of the housemate. From a mobile, call 65058 and add the number of the housemate. For Dina, add 08. For Lydia, add 11. You can also vote via Facebook. Simply go to our Facebook page. Calls cost no more than 36p from a BT landline or mobile. Calls from other networks may vary. One vote on Facebook is going to cost you no more than 33p and may be subject to a minimum credit purchase. For full terms and conditions, go to channel5.com/BBVote. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count, but may still be charged. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side.
This is Big Brother. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hiya, Dad. It's Tom here from Big Brother. I thought we were meant to be meeting at the Bull Ring, and me and the Bull are getting a bit lonely. You're 10 minutes late. If you could just pick up, just this once. I wouldn't get this with Jamie, so pick up, please.
Here's today's news. At 1:12 p.m, Aaron and Sarah were getting all touchy-feely.
Relax, pass me your arm, right? Pass me your arm. I'm going to show you what I'm going to show you, right? Come here, don't break up in a wrestling. If I was to do it to you, I'd be like that. Go on.
There. Siobhan!
She ran off.
She's fucking scared. She's like, what's the word's prude?
No, it's just a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Like you feel a bit like, doing something like that. Will they? Won't they? Will they? Do we care? Not really. At 5:25 this afternoon, Big Brother gave Lucas a chance to find out who exactly had been nominating him.
This is Big Brother. Luke, if you choose to press the play button, you will be able to watch a revealing DVD about some of the housemates' nominations from the past 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. Ah! Well, how many points? Oh.
However, doing so will cost the group 5 points.
Ah, this is all 3 weeks. Ah, this is so valuable. Oh, my God. Oh, I nearly did it.
Hello, Luke.
I'm done. I'm not massaging my ego as to why people don't like me. If they don't like me, they don't like me. The people that like me, and I'm happy with that.
How tempting exciting would that have been? I think he did quite well to walk away, although it did take him an hour and a half to decide not to press the button. Talk about drawing things out. At 5:49 p.m, Scott and Becky began to move as one. Do we think she should shave her hair off and dye it red like Scott? Yes. At 8:42 p.m, the final bit of this week's task. It was up to Connor, Luke A, and Scott to grab the remaining points.
Housemates now face their final challenge to secure as many points as possible. In the garden is the final throwdown. 3 housemates will take part in this challenge and will bear responsibility for the success of the group. These housemates must throw themselves along a water slide and attempt to land in the positive scoring zone.
Go!
I told you.
Well, that was today's news. What a tasking day it has been. But what was the thinking behind the 100 shopping task? Otis has managed to track down somebody that is in the know. Otis, can you hear me?
Thanks, Emma. I'm here with one of the evil geniuses behind the tasks. This is Natalie. First of all, we'd like an exclusive off you. Have the housemates passed this new task?
Okay, well, I can exclusively reveal the housemates have passed this week's shopping.
Yes! Yes, that's great news. Yeah. Which of the housemates has impressed you the most in this particular task?
Okay, well, I think Lauren did exceptionally well in this task. Like, it can't have been easy, like, telling no to your sister. Like, not hanging out with her for 5 minutes must have been absolute torture, so I think she did really well.
Okay, well, there have been some really magnificent tasks. My favourite was the mouse in the maze. Yeah, very good. Which has been your personal favourite so far?
Well, personally, I'm a bit biased, but Confusing Cuisine was absolutely amazing. That was my task, but I thought it was brilliant. I loved the reactions. I thought Lydia's was amazing. Yeah. Great reaction.
What exactly do you guys do to come up with such evil?
We do a lot of testing and trialling and brainstorming.
Are you evil to each other?
We are very evil to each other. If you ever look in the task cabin, we are doing horrible, horrible things.
I'm never going to do that. Can you give us another exclusive? What have you got in store for the housemates next week?
Okay, well, we have got an amazing task. I mean, there's already a massive divide in the house at the moment, but we are going to separate the house into 2 teams, and they are going to have the massive kind of challenges and tasks working within the teams to win rooms in the house. And that is all I'm giving away, guys. You're going to have to stay tuned.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. It sounds fantastic. I think I might stay here. Thanks, Emma.
Thank you. Now, you guys couldn't hear what was going on there, but I could in here. So next week's task, they're going to be divided into 2 separate teams, and they have to fight for rooms in the house.
Old school. Old school Big Brother. It is old school.
I can't do it very well. I'm not very good at accents. That was my Geordie impression. Do your Brummie.
I can't. I can never do an impression.
Your best friend's with Tom.
Listen, he goes, what does he say again? Tom. I think I do a good Scouse one, but that's about it.
Should we have some questions for you instead?
Yeah. So we asked Twitter and Facebook some questions for you. Sharon Lackham says, if you were sent back into the house, Alex, which housemates would you get on best with out this lot?
Scott.
Just Scott.
The rest are vile.
Oh. Strong words.
Tell us what you really think, Alex.
Don't hold back. Okay, well, and your least favourite housemate, but is it all of them?
Lydia. I like to call her Rasputin, right? But she's been one of the greatest housemates of all time.
Wow.
Really?
She's a fantastic housemate. Good. Next question is from Debbie Brown. She said, did you get an invite to Jay and Lou's wedding?
Whose?
Jay and Lou. Jay and Louise. They got married.
They got married 2 weeks ago.
No.
Yeah. Did you not know?
No.
So they got married 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
I'm sure it would have been all the mags.
Awesome. Jay Corley says, which would you have liked to have discussed nominations in your series?
No, we were allowed to discuss it once, and I wanted to die. It was horrible.
Really?
I don't understand how these humans can be so backstabbing and two-faced to each other's face, so I just do not get it.
Creates a bad atmosphere.
It's awful. It's just draining. How are they enjoying themselves?
Yeah.
How?
Guys, thank you so much.
Thanks,
That's all
Alex.
we've got time for. Thank you to Team Digital and to tonight's guests, the lovely Nicola McLean, the lovely Otis Dealey, and the lovely Alex and Harry from Last Year's Big Brother. Joining me tomorrow will be Natalie Cassidy, Andrew Hayden Smith, and Dogface herself, Sonia Reid.